you are like me and know that free enterprise is the greatest opportunity in the world, but you also see there are huge issues starting to arise, like why is mentorship decreasing in popularity? Why do entrepreneurs like us who love to succeed see people fail at the top and never leave true significance? And how do people like us make a lasting impact on the world, and is it possible for enough entrepreneurial leaders together to make a real difference? These are the blaring questions, and this podcast is the answer. Journey with me, your host, Christian. Together we will challenge the status quo and conquer our legacies. Welcome. This is Christian D. Evans with Journey with Christian D. Evans podcast. And, there's been a lot of demand for this podcast to be back up and running. And so I just wanted to go ahead and just start this. So I'm very excited. There's going to be two that we're going to be publishing every single week. One is going to be kind of just, something that I've learned for the last week, something I'm reading. And then another one's going to be, obviously kind of, current events, what's going on, and, how to properly look at it, mentorship, entrepreneurship, success, significance, and what's the difference. So today what we're going to be talking about is Stealing Fire by Steve, what's his name? Steve Kotler, I believe. Yeah, Stephen Kotler. Stealing Fire by Stephen Kotler. It's a really good book. I've been starting to read it. And one of the things he was talking about specifically is really living your life in that uncomfort zone and really living your life in that exponential experience, right? I think most of us, we live in this just back and forth, day to day, just grind, but also there's nothing exciting out of life. We know what to expect. We know, hey, we go to work, we come back, we have dinner, we sleep, we fart, we poop, and then we wake up and we do it again. And so, there's no spontaneity to it, and there's no excitement, there's no energized level. And that's one of the reasons why people get into extreme sports, is because, people, you get the most out of life. I mean, let's be honest, when you get in a plane and you're going to be jumping out of that plane, it's the anticipation. Holy frick, I'm excited, I'm pumped up. Oh my gosh, am I going to die? Is my parachute going to open, right? Those things. And then all of a sudden when you're flying out of the freaking plane, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And exhilaration, and you're living life to the fullest. Now, some people, I'm going to be honest, they're okay with living this bored life. They're okay with living a mediocre life. I'm like, all right, I just want to go to work and I want to get paid, and I just don't, I want to pay my taxes, and that's it. And that's okay if that's you, right? This podcast probably is not going to be that kind of person, right? We're not going to attract that kind of person. One of the things I want to share with you is, how do you live that next life? I'm always thinking, okay, you know what? What do I really want to accomplish? What do, out of all my life, what do I really want to just take it to the next level and live? Some of us, we want to be known as this and this and this. It's like, I just want to be one of those people that just take my life to the next level. I mean, I know some people don't like Donald Trump. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, cool. I like Donald Trump. I like what he stands for. I like who he is. But also, what I'm always so intrigued with is he's 70-some years old and he's hustling. He's just kicking butt and kicking ass, and I'm just impressed. I'm always impressed. He's a multi-billionaire, and then he just doesn't stop. He could have just been able to walk away. I'm like, I'm going to buy my island in Greece and enjoy life and have my helicopter and my cool plane named Trump. But you know what he did? He decided to go and become freaking president and run. And being president, that's not an easy thing, and he could have easily been able to just enjoy life, but I'm very impressed with his work ethic, but he lived his life to the unknown. And so that's one of the things that I always think. And I think what I find very interesting is, and this is what I've always prayed in the morning. I always say, God, help me see what I do not see, but also, God, help me have faith for something big, right? Allow me to, use me for something big. Allow me to go. And then there's this portion, this little unknown, this concept, like, I have no idea what it's going to be. Okay, this anticipation. I don't know, but I'm going to go all in, and I'm just going to have faith that something's going to work. Right. That's one of the things, like when you're going on the plane, that anticipation. Oh my gosh. And there's all those questions. Am I going to, yes, it's going to be fun, but oh my gosh, I'm going to pee my pants. I got to pee my pants. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'm scared. Holy crap. What if my parachute doesn't open? There's all this thing that you have to have faith on. There's certain things you just have to have faith. You have faith in the guy that's going to help you through this process and jumping out of a plane, that he knows what the heck he's doing. Right. And so that's one of the reasons why I look at this, and it's like, you've got to live your life that exponential. And we all know that. But how do you do it? Or how do you actually go in there and say, what's my next step? Okay, if I'm going to a job, I got to take a leap of faith on a business Because guess what? This job's not going to get the outcome that I'm looking for. Maybe I'm self-employed and maybe I make a lot of money. Maybe I'm in real estate. Maybe I actually run a successful business, but I want another income stream. Then I have to take a leap of faith on someone that I have no idea, but I have to take a leap of faith on that person and hope and trust. And so that's what I've realized with a lot of individuals that we attract in our, today's side gig, elite side hustle system, is that many of you are struggling with, like, you've invested a lot of, FBA, Shopify, drop shipping, but it's like, man, none of that worked. And you have what it takes. You're capable of something more, but it's just like, for some odd reason, maybe it's just not the mentorship or that system or that process or that vehicle that can get you that outcome. And so many times you have to, call and schedule a phone call and figure this stuff out. And one of the things I just want to share with a lot of people is like, you're living this mediocre life when there's more to you. There's more inside of you. And you have to really just take the life by the balls, really, and just go full throttle. And how do you do that? Well, shoot, you know what? I was looking at, it's like, okay, you know what? I got X amount of money. And I started writing down this weekend, on the weekends, I like to read books, but also, I enjoy just relaxing. I enjoy just sometimes just sitting and not doing a dang thing. I'm not planning. I'm not outside working. I'm not doing stuff. I'm literally just sitting there and I'm thinking. And sometimes people think, oh gosh, that's cool, whatever. But thinking is the best thing that most entrepreneurs do, and they focus their time and energy on. Intentional thinking, questions that they're asking themselves. And so one of the questions I was asking myself this weekend was like, okay, you know what? How do I take my life to the next level? What are certain things that I would love to do that if again, like, if I was able to just do them, like right now, do them 100%. And I was like, you know what? I'd love to buy an airplane, and I'd love to have an Icon A5, and I'd love to go out there and do some really crazy, stupid stuff. I'd love to actually do one of these, SEALs training. And I know that they, you can pay like $10,000-$12,000 to go and do SEALs training for like 6 or 7 weeks and go through that hell process. And I thought that would be so much fun to see if I can actually do it mentally and physically and train for it and experience it. And like, let's see if this is possible. And also do some other different training and go on, just take your life to the next level. Right? So many people, I listen to, and they, we watch stuff through other people's views. That's what YouTube does. And you see and experience, and oh gosh, it'd be so awesome. My dad just recently bought a boat, a little sailboat. And I would love to take him and let's go to let's go to the Bahamas, man. Like what's stopping us? What's really holding us back from doing that? Well, we can put it in North Carolina and take that all the way down to Bahamas and enjoy life. We can run across the coast all the way down. It may take us 3 weeks, but that's okay. But see, the thing is what's really holding us back? What's stopping us from being able to do that? Well, it's our lack of creativity. One of the things I was reading in Stealing the Fire is that most entrepreneurs that are higher kind of like creative thinking, and they've been known for doing this, is they take drugs. They take drugs because what it does is it does something with your body, chemically, where it really gets you in an imbalance, but also it helps you think differently, different perspectives. And so one of the things that they were talking about is that what they do is they take that intentionally, because then it alters their state of being so that they think. That's what meditation does as well. If you have high intense Buddha, meditation style, then what happens is you start thinking differently. You start getting uncomfortable. Okay. And that's one of the things I was starting to realize is like, you have to always get uncomfortable. We all know that, but sometimes it's not fun. There's uncertainty. But that's one of the reasons why it's like, well, if there is not uncertainty, you're not growing. And, that's what they say every single day. You have to do something that is uncomfortable. Because if it's not uncomfortable, you are not moving. And we all know that, right? I've heard this, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, why aren't you doing it then? Why didn't you take that leap of faith? Why didn't you actually invest? And so one of the things I was doing was, okay, I said, you know what? What would happen if my biggest dream came alive? Well, first of all, I had to figure out what's my biggest dream. What truly is my biggest dream? And then I had to write that sucker down. And I said, what's the worst that could happen? Like if I lost everything, well, I'm still alive. Like I'm still, I look at this and I say, nobody's telling me I can't do it. Nobody's, doing this. Nobody's holding me back. No government's, going to kill me because of what I'm going to go out there and produce and blah, blah, blah. And I started realizing, well, shoot, if you accept that, then it's like, okay, this is awesome. But these are mental things you had to actually intentionally focus on and really dial in. So stealing the fire, they were talking about really, how do true successful entrepreneurs, they alter their state of being and state of mind, but through meditation and drugs and to increase their creativity and really, exponentially, profoundly change the industry, whatever industry that they're in. And so one of the things I wanted to share with you is that I don't take drugs or anything, but I do meditation, I do a lot of prayer. And one of the things I really focus on is really just sitting there thinking. I realize, okay, taking cold showers is extremely powerful. But unless you're doing something with your mind, unless you're going out there and say, okay, you know what, how can I take my life to the next level? I have all this opportunity out there and I got to get in an uncomfortable zone. I have to make something happen out of my life, because if I don't, well, shoot, I already know where that's going to go. The same old, same old, same old. I teach a lot of individuals, a lot of successful people that want to go out there and accomplish something, but they've been there, they've done that, they've invested a lot of crap, and they still haven't been able to produce results, but they know they can. And maybe they create incredible results for their work. In fact, I network with a lot of people that are making, easy six figures and mid six figures. $200,000, $300,000, but yet they've been able to create incredible success for their company that they're working for, but not incredible success for their family, and they're ready to do so. Now, if that's you, go to todaysidegigcom, and schedule a phone call with us, see if you qualify for what we're doing. It's not FBA or Shopify or drop shipping, all the, selling a course. We're actually going to be investing into you and helping you succeed. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this, because it exponentially helps you. It doesn't matter even if you're making $1 million or 300,000, you still want more out of life. And you know that, hey, you got in this comfort zone and you want to get into the unknown. You want to build something much bigger and better than just the same old, same old. So guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Again, what you can expect out of these podcasts is we're going to be pushing out, 2 a week, and just saying things that I'm going to be reading, talking about, Stealing the Fire, from Stephen Kotler. Just incredible book. I highly recommend reading it. There's so much that I took out of it, and there's still so much more that I'm taking out of it. But one of the biggest things, again, I keep telling people, and this is one of the things that really hit me this weekend when I was listening to it, is there's this uncomfort zone. And we have to hit that uncomfort zone, and we have to exponentially grow. It's that anticipation. When you get on the plane, it's anticipation, this faith that, Lord, I hope this works. I hope this figures out. I hope my parachute opens. And then there's this exhilaration when you jump out of the plane and you realize, holy crap, this is awesome. Talk to you guys then. Cheers.